Hi, I'm Kieron James, and as assistant director on the feature film Ambleton Delight, I used one of these quite a lot. I'm here in the kitchens of the Master Mariner down in Brighton Marina, one of the key locations of our film. It was here we shot a professional looking film on what was definitely a non-professional budget. Shot almost entirely over 12 days and no more than £6,000 spent on it, which in industry terms is in fact a no-budget film. So, how did we do it? Well, of course, there's as many ways to make films as there are films, but what I'm about to explore is one way that worked for us, and it may well work for you. We learned the hard way, so you don't have to. It's like any good recipe or dish created here, it's a combination of the right ingredients in the right hands. So I'm going to interview some of the key members of the cast and crew and see how it was done. Before you even start to think about making a film, you have to have a good story and interesting characters. In the case of Ambleton Delight, it's actually based on a true story. In fact, I'm here in Alfriston, East Sussex, a small village with a big problem: too much traffic, which is one of the issues explored in our film. Thus, Alfriston became our fictional village of Ambleton, and many of the village scenes were actually shot here. But before we dive into the mechanics of how we did it, let's look at the characters and the story and see how that drives the film.
The story is based on a true story I heard.
An ambitious chef and restaurateur.
That's lovely.
Ambleton Delight is the name of the dessert.
Small town corruption baked in a pie.
Not really about the food, it's about people.
My uncle has his film school in Brighton.
Filling your dreams, holding on to your dreams.
Young filmmaker.
Searching for a dream or something that you really want in life.
The way that village life works.
While everything seems perfect, it doesn't take much scratching of the surface to realise that it isn't.
The powers that be have approached our town with a proposal that, if approved, would undoubtedly have ramifications on the stability of our community.
In a village, crushing a free spirit.
It's pro-development.
Something like a new road will split the community.
Everyone supports him, and in doing so starts boycotting me.
A man's struggle to be accepted.
One man can try to make a difference and sometimes can make a difference.
Talk of a new road or something, and John was the only one against it.
Or when somebody wants to come in from outside and challenge the way they live.
I can only see it going bad.
Change and about how people deal with change.
We're living in some kind of a dream world.
That's when sparks begin to fly.
Trouble about this. You mark my words, I'm in trouble.
You have to face it that making a feature film of this nature is extremely difficult. Is the story worth telling? Is it worth that much pain to make?
He's very focused on his big passion in life, which is cooking. You know, he's the sort of guy that's never really fitted in anywhere. A very real person who just likes to stand up for what he believes in and feels passionately about things.
I play Kate Miller. They run the restaurant together, so it's her business. She is the face of the restaurant, but behind all that, there's another person and there's somebody sort of shoring up all these problems.
And my character, Claire, she's nice, quite a simple girl who I think she's just one of those people who just gets on with people and really enjoys spending time with people, and John in particular is a very nice person, and they do get on and they do understand each other.
Chris is a young pianist working at the restaurant owned by John. Wants to be a filmmaker, doesn't quite have the motivation to go make it happen. He sees the small town as somewhere that he's sort of trapped in, and then he meets Sophia, who does give him something a bit more.
Well, I think she's just a very sweet and open and kind girl, and you know, she likes Chris and there's a whole flirty thing going on, but she sees something in him. I mean, the way that he says that he's going to turn it into a real film.
The character of the mayor, he's a rather bumptious, self-assured character. He must be obeyed in everything that he says because he feels that he's right about everything that he says and does.
My character, Colin Wilkinson, was basically He's a sort of sycophantic, bumbling character, and he's happy to follow the mayor. And I think his aspirations are that one day he would be the mayor himself.
Creating a feature film is a mammoth task involving a tremendous amount of planning and decision making, much like that of our town council of Ambleton, the scenes of which were filmed here at Littlington Village Hall. Now let's go and find out how the production team went about securing funding, a named actor, and fantastic locations like this one.
And we are told that we should make it either 15 or 90, because 30-minute film doesn't have any market. So Dan came in and wrote all the council scenes. And after that, we decided to add some more flashbacks of John's past.
I was a co-writer, and most specifically for the flashback scenes. It's something that I'm familiar with, so they invited me to add a spark of, or a touch of realism.
I'd say first of all look at your script. Is it achievable on a low budget?
Script editing obviously is essential, and we dedicated an entire day to it.
So eventually we made about 80 pages of script.
I read it the whole way through and I couldn't put it down, and I thought, that's great.
When I read the script, I thought it's so different from anything else. It didn't involve guns and gangsters or zombies, and it was refreshing.
It's a nice, gentle story in some respects with quite an unexpected ending.
I'm very proud of it. I think it represents a lot of hard work.
A wonderful film that's been made on a very low budget but looks spectacular.
The opening sequence, I was kind of really excited.
The look of the film is terrific, and it reflects the Sussex countryside.
I think that's a very powerful message.
Unexpectedly emotional towards the end. Yeah.
The opening scenes, I was taken aback. It was just superb, and I just thought, this is incredible.
Good lessons for life in it.
The piece of work that they've produced from this small budget is just incredible.
A low-budget film shot in a few days, and to be honest, I thought it was a miracle.
Some good performances and really nice cinematography.
It's kept my attention from the beginning all the way to the end.
Although it's a low budget film, it doesn't look low budget. It looked really good on screen, and yeah, I thought everyone did a great job.
Dan managed to pull off this terrific feel and atmosphere in the film.
It's a great storyline, and the finished product's a very enjoyable film.
Extremely satisfied, I'd say.
An essential lesson about the human spirit and the ways in which human perseverance and passion are important through any walk of life.
I think the look was quite something.
Beautiful story. It's really well made.
I hope the film makes people think about their own situation, their own decisions, and
anyone who's interested in story, really, over spectacle, really.
It was a great experience. I'm very happy I did it, and I'm very happy with the way it turned out.